Welcome back, beautiful beings. Today we're doing part 3 of our making our Joann flowers out of a Joann stencil. And if you didn't see the other videos, the stencil's top notch. It's from Joann's and it has 5 flowers with 5 different patterns. Okay, beautiful beings. And I want to start with the yellow ones because I tried to start the video before the other one. But I was using this marker and now I can't get it to work and it pushed up in the thing right here. So it won't work. So I'm going to try this one. I just wanted to add a color just to this yellow one. Okay, and I already put down some tulip glitter. Okay, now I'm just trying to work in a color. That'll work. That will work. It looks like I should have done it before I put the tulip down, or the tulip glitter down, but I didn't think about it until after. And this marker is grabbing the tulip glitter. So I'm going to wipe that off. And hopefully it still works, because the other one does not work now. It might work later, I don't know. Alright, so I'm just going to take some more tulip and put it over that one. I started with that color. Craft work pen, and I believe this is from Dollar Tree too. I believe it is. Alright, on with the video, beautiful beings. So I'm going to put this side to dry, and I'll probably do a lot of these like that. The flat ones, I'm going to put tulip on them, the tulip glitter, and a lot of the flat ones. I did on this one to show you what they look like. Okay, I just think it gives it another pop. So we got 3 things going on. I like doing things in 3s. So we got a light purple, a dark purple, and then the glitter. Okay, so it's basically what and then we'll do the middle. Okay, but let's move this out of the way. I got these. Make sure you can see them all. See them all but one. Over for you. Okay, what I did here is I took some mesh, yellow mesh, and I cut a little snip off. Okay, and then I took a lighter and went around it just to make it, to get rid of those pointy edges. And we're going to glue that right there. Right in the middle. And then add a piece of fabric I colored, and I frayed it, and I kept the fray. Fray's right there. Where's my other? I'm missing my other. This is all messed up now. But anyway, I kept the fray because I'm going to put the fray on this flower. But I'm going to put this piece of fabric that I frayed right there in the middle of this. And then I got this gem. So that flower is done, just the way it is. Right, now we're going to take some glue and put it here, just a little bit. There it is. And then put that there, like that. I had 3. I do 3 because I got 3 kids. Now where's I was organized, beautiful beings, until that metallic markers threw me off. Now I got a piece of napkin stuck to that, but we'll just ignore that. Now I'm going to put some glue, a dot of glue there. If that won't move, and I got a dot of glue there and a dot of glue there. Fray wants to come back up. And I'm going to take this, I gotta dip it in glue. One of these, I'm going to put it in there. One of these. And then the last one, down a little bit. Trying to push it in. Hopefully you see it when the glue dries, because the glue covered a lot of it. Sorry, beautiful beings. The metallic marker screwed everything up. I want this moved over too. If that don't show, that one, because it's covered pretty good right now. There we go. I just want to move some of that up. There we go. Yeah. I'm just going to leave it like that so I don't screw it up anymore. Right, now this one, I have another piece of the mesh. And I'm going to put that mesh down. But I wanted to fray. Let's put the glue down here. Get this going here. I have a piece of ribbon. So that's in the middle. And I'm going to fray this like that. Okay. I think that's enough. Then I'm going to cut this off. Get that out of the way. And I'm going to put some more glue down there. And then I'm going to make sure they're all straight. I'm going to cut that piece off over here. Okay, and then I'm going to cut them in the middle. That piece stuck together too. Hang on. There. Now they're not stuck together, and I'm just going to go like that. Cut them in half, and then put that on there. The visual was better, beautiful beings, that I had in my head. I'm going to put some glue on there. I got this one. Let me make sure you can see. I have to move some of these up. I guess I can move them down, huh? Too many flowers, beautiful beings. But I got this one that I put there from Crafter's Square. Okay, the gemstone. Put things on mugs or whatever, but that's not what I use them for. Okay. And then, oh, and I got the little tiny yellow ones for that one off of this one too. Okay. Okay, beautiful beings. I'm going to have to fast forward through some of this video, or it's going to be 2 hours long. So enjoy, and I'll be back. Okay, beautiful beings, all these flowers I pulled in, I decided I was going to put tulip glitter on all of them, just to make them pop. Okay, and that's how we do them, and then I'll do these ones off camera. Okay, beautiful beings. We got 19 to go because I got to fix one that I don't really like. So here they all are. So let's get busy. I'm going to try to zoom in. I'm going to try not to put my head in the way because I edited the other video and I noticed my head was in the way. Okay. Hopefully I don't have to fast forward because I got them all ready. Okay. Let's start with this one. This is the biggest one I have. Find the middle because I cut out around. This is one we stamped up. So I cut out around it. Got some lace here. But I want this in there too because I'm thinking it's missing something. I just want this like tucked around. So tuck it underneath there. A little bit showing, that's good. Okay, and then I got mesh, blue mesh. And then a big pearl. I got little fibers of everything. Twine, lace, mesh on the table. It's all over the place. So that one's done. So I'm gonna get down a little bit. Will it even move for me now? This one in the middle. And that piece is giving me a hard time. Good enough. And I got this one. Okay, I got lace and twine again. And this one I just tied and I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it on there. I put some burlap in the button. I want to wrap some of this around just to give it some little extra. And that one's done. Just trying to make sure I leave the glue off my fingers. Okay, I got a piece of mesh. Just stick that down. And we got some lace. And then we got a rhinestone. Okay, that one's done. Alright, I got some mesh here. I had two, I do. I don't know if I wanted it on the bottom or the top. I got two of them. Now let's put it under the heart. And there we go. And that one's done. Bring this one in. I want to stamp this a little bit because it's white. Make sure I got it going the right way. Just to soften the white. I'm just using whatever's ink's left over on the dauber. That's all I'm doing. There we go. Glue this down. Whoop, it goes bead. It goes the mesh. That's from this. I'd say you call it, well, maybe it isn't mesh. I don't know what you call it, beautiful beings, but that's what that's from. I'm just gonna put glue on some of these dots and then stick that down. One's done. Bring this one in. We got mesh again and lace. I think this is a yellow. It don't look yellow, but it is yellow. And that one's done. I'm gonna bring this one in because I want to fix it. I want some twine around this, I think. Hopefully that stays. Is this one done? That's one we just did. I'm going to bring this one in. Got more beads. Make sure we don't lose our beads. Put some glue right here, just a little. And then our mesh. It's in the middle. Gem. And that one's done. Throw that over here. I'm not sure what I was thinking with this. Or maybe to tuck it underneath. So let's find the middle. There. Okay, what do we got here? Okay. Got a piece of fabric. And there we go. That one's done. Let's bring this one in. Lots of mesh, beautiful beings. It's handy. It's handy for that third layer. Oh, I just got that up there. I didn't want to. I'm putting a big piece of mesh down. Then I'm going to put the second piece of mesh down. And then we're going to put our burlap. It has a little bit of lace on it down right in the middle. And then a gem in the middle of the burlap. These are the biggest red ones I could find. Oh, there's one over there. That one's too big. I forgot about those big ones I got. We're just gonna, that's the right size because then you can see the burlap. I like the brown color. And that one's done. Put this one in. Put these out of the way. Okay, this one's simple. Just got a piece of colored, I think it was an old doily, coffee stained doily. Put that down. I think I put it down all the way. I don't like that. Here, I'll just tuck that in because it's not round. There we go. And I don't know what I was thinking here. Oh, I know what I was thinking. We're going to tie this. Oh, I was showing you. I had to split this because these holes were smaller. So I had to split the twine. Okay, burlap. I'm not sure what this is. I think it might be twine. I think it's twine I colored. But I had to split it to get it through the holes because it wouldn't fit. Okay, beautiful beans. So I wanted to show you that before I cut it. So if you need to do that to get something through the button, tie a knot, come apart. Let's see what that looks like if I just leave it. I think I'm going to cut a little bit off, and then we're going to glue it down, and then I'll cut off the top. Once I got it through, I couldn't go back through. It wouldn't let me. So this one is just going to be, look, it's got little pulling buds sticking up on it. So we'll cut that off. That off. It's sticking to me. It's a little frizzy, but I think it's cute. Okay. Now what? How's this doing? I'm gonna stick this on that side now. Bring this one in. And I wanted to wrap this around too. Some of the twine sticking out, just for a different look, beautiful beans. No, I want this on the other side because that one's on that side. Go. And that one's done. Moving right along, beautiful beings. Alright, this one is all matted. I gotta be careful because that one wants to come through. That was a pain in the butt to get through. The button holes. Put this down. I thought that went well with that. Just a piece of fabric. Cut out a circle and frayed. I'm going to put some glue there. And I think I'm going to leave this onto one's really short, so I'm gonna tuck it in the middle and put it on like that. Centered. There we go. That one's done. This one in. And I don't know if I bought this or if this is off a bag. You know how you can get off the onion bags? Seems to be. That might have been off something else. I don't know. Something like an onion bag, but not an onion bag. If that makes any sense. I don't know. Beautiful beans. Beautiful beans. But I'm thinking it was off something like that. And I got this piece of mesh. I'm putting that on top. I took the heart, set it on a piece of fabric, and cut around it. So I got a heart and fabric and a heart gem. And there we go. Okay. I didn't even tie a knot in this one. This is the button. I got these a long time ago. Crap. It don't seem like it's want to stay there. I have to keep an eye on that one because it's not flat. So I'm gonna have to check that one. Then try to get rid of that. That one's done. Move that here. Let's do this one first. Was I gonna put beads on this one? I don't know what I was gonna do with this one. Let's set this aside. This one. This one, we're putting beads everywhere. In the middle. So lots of glue. Dollar Tree beads. I've been trying to get rid of them for a long time. So here we go. And I want to make it just right so they don't roll out. I'm going to let that sit until they take. So push down a little bit. Oh, I'll probably knock some down. Some of them off. Turn it. I knew it was going to happen no matter what I did. Alright, no more is falling off, so it's pretty much done. I'm just going to push them in a little bit. And these are the ones I went with. Tulip glitter on every other stem, or every other petal, sorry. And I did that on this one too. You probably noticed that, but I wanted to remember to point that out to you. And then this one. There's another one. This one. I don't remember what I was doing on this one. I wonder if I should just put that underneath. No, I won't be able to see it. Just another piece of fabric. Or no, this is I think a piece of a doily. It's a piece of doily. Coffee. Is that a coffee? Dyed. Some there. Just enough to hold this down. little bit. Put some glue on there. And voila, that one's done. There's a bead. Okay, now if I remember, I know what I want to do here. This. I think I got them all done. This one, I'm gonna do the same thing. I went around the whole thing on this one. I cut it up, and I wouldn't have cut it out because it's kind of fragile now. Because I cut out every petal, but it's fragile, kinda. I mean, it's kind of like not, but it kind of is. I had one rip right there, but that's because it totally stuck to the table and I didn't see it. That's the only reason why. So when I pulled it up, of course, it was stuck. I have these. I'm just gonna tap them in there. Let that dry. I think I got them all done, beautiful beings, except for this one, and I don't know what I'm doing with this one because it seems to need something else. I might put the glue down. That down, and then we're going to tuck this in, hopefully somewhere, and glue underneath. There we go. And when these are all dry, I'll be back. Okay, beautiful beings, they're all dry, and I forgot this one. So all I did was add a piece of lace and an orange button, and I tied it in. Okay, beautiful beings. So there's that one. I'll try to go in order so I remember which way. I already showed them to you. There's 31 flowers, beautiful beings. If I show them to you twice, sorry. Does that look like a bug? Does it look like a spider? I don't know, after I glued that down, I was looking at it, I'm like, it kind of looks like a spider. I think I might go over that with the Thule glitter, every other one again. It's kind of like that effect better. And this one is different because I made it so it's stuck up. I should have done that on more of them because I think it looks cute. Sorry for things. I hit the camera. And one on our last row. And with this many flowers, I didn't have no problem creating new ways. Okay, beautiful beings. Hope you have enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe and comment. And have a wonderful everything.